Hi guys, so this is today's sweet petite little nail design. Super simple, super easy, just a lot of striping and dotting really. So just to show you, my base coat is this Wet n Wild, or base color should I say, Wet n Wild Mega Last color, and I need a refreshment. It came out I believe last year, if not 2 years ago even, but I think it was last year. To make the flowers I use the China Glaze Purple Panic, but you can use any acrylic color or nail color really that you would like. To create some of the dotting and the detail to the flowers, I used this Americana acrylic paint in Moon Yellow. Yeah, it was on clearance for $1, and a white striper to do some of the dotting and to do the lattice in the background. Okay, so really simple. I did use 2 different dotting tools that you get on these eBay specials or maybe Born Pretty store, things like that. One of them had a larger head right here, and then I used this little small one also, okay, on the other one. Your top coat, of course, I always start with the base coat. I don't really mention that sometimes, but I did. And if you're interested, we will get started. I have 2 coats of polish. Beautiful color. I really like that color of the base color there. So I'm going to use the Stripe Right in white. Or if you're really good with a brush and just paint, you want to do that, that's awesome. I'm not the best at that, but I like to clean it off really, really well. I know this thing's all gunky. To get a thin line, but you don't have to be a stickler on how thin or perfect the lines are. It's not a big deal. You can start wherever you want. If you want to start in the middle and just make some diagonal lines going in one direction, and then you're going to come back in and make them go the other direction to get your lattice design. Okay. I was trying to think if I did a design like this last year. I feel like I've done a lattice before, but that's okay. It's still nice for spring. Okay, so it doesn't matter, like up there it went up a little bit, that's alright. And now we're going to go into the other direction. Yeah, I've just never been the best at that. Like a detail brush or the striper. Like if you actually had a brush and you had to do it yourself. Not too good at it. Okay, so now we're going to go in the other direction. And just... if you have a really light hand, that's awesome. I do not. I'm really clumsy at this stuff. But I'm just going to finish up adding strips in this other direction. I'll do the same thing for all the nails before we come in and add our little flowers, okay? So like I said, they don't have to be perfect. We're actually going to be putting flowers here and there, so it doesn't really matter if it doesn't turn out exactly 100% perfect, okay? So I'm going to do that with all the nails. This is all done. Like I said, it's not all neat. It's a little bit messy, actually. I'm going to take the larger of the dotting tool ends, and I'm going to go into the... which color is this? Purple Panic, sorry. And I put it on this. I normally wouldn't because it's a polish and it's hard to clean up, but other than that, I wanted to pull up in a little bowl like this. So I put that, and then I put the yellow acrylic paint here, okay? So I'm going to go in, sorry the lighting gets all crazy sometimes, and dip into the largest one. And you're just going to put flowers wherever you want to put them. What I'd start is with like a little dot, and just try to kind of make a little shape. It doesn't matter if it's any shape. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle or anything like that. If you're going for like more like a rose look, you might want to do like a perfect circle and then just put a little swirl in between them when you come in with the other colors. But if you don't mind, I'm gonna put this one up here. I'm just gonna make like a posy, so it's just any kind of flower. It doesn't mean it's any particular flower. So I'm gonna do that with all the nails. Just add some little purple neon splotches wherever I'm going to be adding flowers, okay, on all of them. That's all we're going to do right now. We're going to come in with some detail in a second. Okay, so all the little beginnings of the flowers are done, just little dots and weird shapes everywhere, okay? And then I'm going to dip into the yellow acrylic paint, and I'm just going to take with the smaller side of my dotting tool a little of the yellow paint, and I'm going to just color in like a small yellow middle on each of the flowers, okay? And then we're going to come in with some dotting on top of that, so just to give a little more detail, okay? So I'm going to do that with all the flowers, just put a little yellow dot in the center. All that little detail in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back with my striper, and if you're better at doing this with a dotting tool, you can definitely pour out some of the white, or just use white acrylic paint and use the dotting tool, but like a very small one. But I'm going to go in, I have colors all over my hands, and just very lightly touch in here and put some little white dots in the center of the flower and out towards the pink, just so you can kind of have an idea that there's a little bit of more texture there, okay? I'm gonna do that with all of the white, all of the little dots. All those little dots are done. It's very subtle, but it does make a difference when you see the final item. We're gonna go in with our green striper. If you want a darker green color or just it to not be so subtle, you can definitely use acrylic paint. I just like that the brush is already in there and it's ready to go. So all we're gonna do is add some little leaves and just touch and pull up. They're really easy to do. Just touch and pull up. And then again, if you want that darker, you can come in with a second coat. Just do the same thing. Touch and pull up, and then come back and add more on top of that, because you can barely see it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and add leaves here and there to all the little flowers. And then when we come back, we'll do a couple more things, and that's it. So I've done all the little leaves. I did go over them twice to make them a little darker. And the last thing I'm going to do is go back into the yellow with a very small dotting tool, very, very small tip, and get it ready. And I'm just going to add little dots here and there, just so it looks like little sprays of, I don't know, other little, oops, sorry guys, that was out of camera, so out of frame. So I'm just gonna add little dots just everywhere, okay, around the nail, so it looks like little baby's breath or something like that, okay? And then we'll come back with our top coat. Last step, we're just gonna coat our nail design in Sèche Vite so that it doesn't just wash away or chip away, or any top coat, of course. And I usually use as few strokes as I can, even on nail designs, especially on stamp designs, but I'll just do that and make sure you cap the very tip, and that's it. I'll have pictures for you, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye now.